Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Crimson Pharaoh. Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the dot team that I just built. So we're going to throw them up right away and show you guys what I've been running and a few of the things that I've run into. So we're going to try with Sigmarus first and see how these runs go, and we will look at the runes while we're doing that. So these are the Sigmarus runes. I think this is pretty obtainable, even early game. Or the first month, you should be able to build a set like this. Maybe not 20 crit rate, but things just being like pushed out more proportionally, if that helps. But yeah, like this was a blue rune, I assume, too. Oh, this is hero. Oh yeah, the crit damage just rolled really badly. But good speed though. This is legend, so that's actually pretty nice. Hero, but this is, I mean, this is double flat HP. This one is actually relatively nice, but it's still rare. This one is kind of trash, and this is a 5-star. So these are all very obtainable stats, and then they've got the artifacts here: defense and HP percentage, and again, speed, crit damage, and HP. So those are the stats there. The Vero, as the other leader skill and like extra damage, I guess, isn't actually on any damage. He's on defense attack with speed, HP, and I guess that's, you know, whatever. I just threw this on to complete the set, I think. But yeah, there's nothing insane here either. Anyway, the Soth goes first, or he goes second, so the Sigmarus or the Vero, whatever you're running, need to go first. You can run Lupinus as well. Lucian is just the best option, but I know people run Vero. A lot of people run Vero before they get a Lucian, or the Lucian isn't quite right, so yeah, but for what I've seen, the Sigmarus seems to do a little bit better. So the Soth is sitting here. 183 speed, and then the 5% extra speed I get from the speed tower. So you need 169 total speed on Tattoo for her to go before the mid boss in Giants. So she needs to be obviously whatever total speed with your speed tower included. So she's 166 speed with 5% extra, so she's up to 171 and some change, 171 point something. And then he is sitting here at 183. So because I had this issue where there's not much speed on here, I had to figure out what to do I had to fit everything really into a very short like range. So he's technically at like 187.9 speed. But yeah, and then these are right next to each other as well. They're 173 and 181, so he's going barely before the first Melia here. But yeah, he's got 1% less accuracy than you would like. You need 55%, but it was hard for me to get the speed and the accuracy and then complete the double will shield sets. Although I don't know that will is actually that important on these teams. From what I've seen, it doesn't seem like you need will that badly. Obviously, you need 2 sets of will for there to be anything, because the first set is just completely negated by getting the first turn. You're just losing a turn of immunity immediately by taking the first turn, and you have to for the team to work. So you need double immunity, or you need to just go with something else. And I think he might just be totally fine on like Swift. I feel like he'd probably be fine on some garbage Swift runes people have. These can really be built on anything. I mean, determination, focus here, speed, HP for the first Melia. These are the stats here. And then the second Melia, these are the stats here for her. And she is on Despair, HP, defense. I was actually having issues with too much speed on the units. Like this one is, what is this one sitting at? Plus, oh, that one is maxed out. She has plus 12 because she was getting too fast. She's got 20 extra base speed over Soth, so I feel like Soth is actually the hardest member of the team to build. Like, the Vero isn't hard, the Sigmarus isn't hard, whatever you want to do there. Like, it's those are actually pretty easy if you just throw them on Swift and they're fine. He's the hard one if you're going double will. But yeah, I feel like Swift might just be fine. I feel like you could just make this team with Swift. He's got these free shield runes you get as well. They rolled pretty decently. But yeah, like, he seems like the hardest one. Also, I should probably upgrade this, and as you've seen, none of them have artifacts on them at all. Soth, the Melias, and Tattoo have no artifacts. These are the Tattoo stats. Doesn't need accuracy. It can help to get some extra continuous damage off or whatever, but really she's just here to do this skill here. So the accuracy is not too important. It's just speed tuning correctly and having enough stats to stay alive. So definitely, and they aren't even max level. They're 6-star level 35. So once they get to level 40, they'll be more tanky and more survivable. I have failed a couple runs. This was insufficient energy. Throw that back up. I have failed 2 runs out of 20, so it's looking like a 90% team so far with Sigmarus in there. It has failed 0 times with Vero in there, although it's only run 4 times. So I literally just made this team. I have not had enough time to test this stuff, although there's guides on Reddit. Like, you can just look up the stats you need and follow them. Obviously, the higher the tower level that you have, the higher your arena towers are, the safer the run is going to be. And then just simply having artifacts on here, HP or defense, whatever you need to make up. So she's, HP defense, so you can go HP defense. He's HP defense, so I would just go HP defense again. Maybe HP because he's got a shield set on there. I would definitely try to get a second shield set in the team as well. I couldn't figure out how to do that at this time. I don't have enough runes to get a second shield set, but it doesn't seem to be that big of a deal. But yeah, so Sigmarus, I would say it's a little more questionable. But Vero, it seems very, very solid. He's got a good stun here. He can push back attack bar on the mid boss and the main boss, which actually increases the runtime because then the dots can't deal the damage to finish the run as you're just sitting there continuing the run for no reason. But I guess with Sigmarus, it's not as safe for that reason, because if they do get a turn and don't die, then your whole team could, I guess, or half your team could wipe, and then you just consistently go down from there. So let's hop in here at this run. This is still the first wave. It's just nothing crazy. You just have to sit here and wait for it to burn out. Luckily, the golems don't do very much damage on the waves. Like, it's whatever. But the mid boss is a little bit scarier. I feel like these side things here, I feel like the side golems in the mid boss hit harder than the other golems. I don't know if that's anywhere near factual or provable in any way, but I feel like that's the way that it is. Maybe this is where I start to have issues, is where things get stunned and speed slowed, but it seems like this run should still be fine. Again, like, that's just having extra shield sets in the team. The Melias are basically never going to be frozen. I mean, these are water units, so they're almost never going to be frozen. Attack bar broken. You take the 1 hit. Soth was able to tank 2 hits and be fine. And we're basically there. We get like 1 or 2 dots up, and the run should be a simple clear from here. So let's find out what that time was. It seemed like a 1:20-second run or something. What did we end up with? Oh, okay, 1:36. So the best this team has done is 52 seconds. The longest this team was taken was with Vero, and it took 1 minute and 49 seconds. But typically with this team here, it's 120. I think it's about a 115 to 120 average with Sigmarus. I'd say it's more like 120 to 130 with Veramos, but Veramos isn't dealing the damage that he could to help the team. But yeah, I think that it's just better anyway to have the dot team than it is to deal with whatever else you're running, like Crow, Naomi, Sig, Vero, Fran, Lauren, in some combination there. Building the dot team is definitely very nice. And you can build this team in the first 10 days you're playing the game. Like, you can actually do this team in 1 week of playing. Obviously, I couldn't because of the scroll summoning thing I got going on, where I can't summon any of them. But for people that are just starting, you can actually build this team in 1 week without the will runes. Just, swift energy sets. You get one set of shield for free. Those ancient ones that are on Soth. So those definitely will help a lot. But yeah, it's pretty simple to build this team. So that's all for this one. If you guys have comments or questions, as always, leave those down below. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see everybody next time.